that the noodles in that bowl of soup are the kit and caboodle of truth. The unusual fruit shooting up in the garden approved the excuses they're using to pardon the criminals hardened by yards in the Hamptons, creating the margins that sharpen their tendons. Their national anthems of patriotism. The rational.
Man, I thought you quit. I thought you quit.
Remaking the vision to live in their stool.
You must. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, man. You know, if I don't see it, it's new to me. Good, man. Good job. You the man.
We got that food base. Once you have it, we'll make your booty shake. Yeah, we got that booty base. We move the base all in your face. Yeah, that booty base. That booty base. That booty base. Yeah, we got that booty base. Don't lose the race. We run this place. Yeah. I can't write nothing lyrics. I stand for something serious. And if my band sounds delirious, well, you probably got your shot. If we demand a better experience, then this land of shared appearances might command a different mirror since we're kettles calling the pot. Regrettable, a lot. Forgettable like the plot. We settle for what we've got when half the actual word. Detestable, our slot is peddled like the rot on vegetables is hot, and the madness can't be cured. Advancing through absurd, obscured, and hidden truth is how the goy canceled the purge. These turds keep pushing on our youth. We got that booty base. Once you have a taste, we'll make your booty shake. Yeah, we got that booty base. We move the pace all in your face. Yeah, that booty base. That booty base. That booty base. Yeah, we got that booty base. Don't lose the race. We run this place. Yeah.
I love the song. Everything is well. Good morning. Everything is as well as it can be when I live in a society committing genocide.
Our goal is to cut off the head. Most conspiracies are simply tentacles. We've only been kicking dicks instead of focusing on the testicles. Religion is for the desperate fool, and Islam's no exception. When a Judaism's repugnant tool is protecting
How come you
the
never
chosen
talk about
infection,
Islam?
while controlling the flow and direction of Goyim bigotry and hatred. We're told who we should have aggression towards and who we're allowed to play with. Like teeth corralled by braces, they prefer it if we're straight. They raisins while they're treating us like rape.
They made us into raisins while they're treating us like
Islam
rape.
really means peace. It's a piece of the distraction. They know not every sheep will take the silly Jesus fraction and multiply that action to keep the goy confused. Islam's just another bastion for those who choose abuse. No, I apologize for that first verse. I was waxing philosophical. I'm told my mouthpiece should be nerfed, but if I focus on the topical, you'll see why all my shots are full. Because you're still drunk on ignorance. Most only want their sausage pulled, ignoring where the finger is. So focusing on the bigger fish, it may seem like I give a pass to the Muslims, but I don't give a shit, man. All religion's trash, and the Muslims are just the other half. The distraction has two sides. You can't have the good without the bad, so who's who? Well, you decide. Really not.
I know what you mean, because when we're aware to the world around us, it's basically impossible to truly be happy. Well, if you care. Being aware is one thing, but caring about it is a whole different thing.
Let's finally set the record straight. I absolutely, truly hate all these stupid, chosen fake religions and the altered state that comes when someone has the faith, trusting nothing made them great, condoning rape, the clones they make, row the boat they know will break when shown the weight's too much to take. There's doubt when your foundation shake. We drown in the weight their hate creates. Surrounded by cake, it's time we start eating that shit.
Yeah, that boy is bad. That boy is bad.
It's a piece of the distraction. They know not every sheep take the silly Jesus fraction.
Seriously.
Multiply
I don't know how you listen to other music anymore. Like it's funny for me. It's like I have to be like, okay, I'm ready to listen to some dumb shit when I put on some dumb shit, right? Like I like the idea that my music makes you think. You know, music should inspire you. It should make you think. It should make you be better. You shouldn't just be nodding your head, yeah, to the worst shit possible. Niggas, kill, shoot. Niggas, bitches, hoes and bitches, yup. Pouring champagne on the bitches, yup, You know, there's that video of Jay-Z, he's on the boat. Which one is that? The one with, I got so many grams, a man found out it would help me for my whole life, but I'm still big pimp in Spanish, it's big pimp, Timothy, that song, you know? There's scenes in there where Dame Dash is pouring champagne on the bitches, and if you pay attention, you can see like they get upset, but they cut it just before they do. I think this is one of the better ones too. It's about Professor Griff from Public Enemy. Professor Griff is a biatch. But yeah, it's, you know, people always ask how you doing, and you know, and I always feel weird. Like, I guess I'm good. I guess. I mean, I know a lot of you don't think like I think, but for me personally, knowing that there's genocide happening in the world, like I feel guilty. I always feel guilty when it comes to the way the world works, because I feel like I should have done more. I should have been more active, and I should have succeeded. And if I would have succeeded, then at least there'd be somebody in that position saying something about it. At the very least, somebody would be saying something about it. But
when I say a bitch, I don't mean a female. I mean that he fits in nice with the details. Set up to prevail by the chosen child. Since you can't just go prevail without.
I'm not friends with anybody on here. Nobody. Your random profiles. It'd be awesome if there was more to it, but if you're my friend, you would be sharing my shit. You would be downloading the free download at www.the-bilderberg, bilderberg-group.com. The link is in the description. You'd be downloading it, you'd be sharing it with people, you'd be trying to help your friend succeed. And if you had some sort of efforts that you were putting in, then I would help you. And like, that's what friends do.
You are the public enemy since you're dangerous to the public, but you're like 100 centipedes running all
I just gotta say, this verse gets fun.
And seeing through your trusted pedantry, I would say you should suck it, but you'd probably take that literally, and you just don't cut my mustard.
Here you go.
I went off the beaten path describing reason the boars, but there's a reason that they laugh just as much as before, and it's because they're so enormous, feeling like a flea circus. The poems sing the chorus, and it's all done on purpose, but they really get nervous when we put down our weapons and saying Griff doesn't deserve this means you don't pay attention. The public enemy is an invention. It's as we all think the same, yet who's often in detention are those who try to blame the system for the shame, and yet Professor Griff is famous. How does he still remain in in the light without his anus being taken like the main boss takes everyone in the industry. The stories aren't so heinous, you think someone would end the misery, but we're hobbled by the visions we are sold by all these grifters, professing crazy wizardry, tricking your brothers and sisters to accept whatever blisters. They whip on your back, yet all they really do is whisper when you think they scream. You
Such a good one.
enemies
Such a
since
good
you're
one. They're all so
dangerous to
good.
the public, but you're like 100 centipedes running away when you're
You know, I'm really.
seeing through your trusted pageantry.
I need to start
would say
focusing on
you
what got me
suck it.
censored to
You
begin with.
probably take that literally, and you just don't cut my mustard.
And the Israel Hayom. You ever play any live shows? No. No.
All I wanted
Especially
was
since my
conversation.
band is in Germany.
I saw some
I've never
videos
actually met
online,
them,
but
him,
maybe this
so
guy knows what he's
makes
talking
it difficult.
about. Yet, when I talked to Professor Griff, and I basically
But I
told
don't
him
make songs
not
to be
just some
like,
lackey who's looking for you to tell
like
me
my
what to do.
idea of a concert would be everybody sits around and chills, and
Shit.
I mean maybe they dance, I don't know.
What happened, Griffey?
But I think my music is much more chill out, sit in your own environment and enjoy it. I don't know. Yeah, they're all good. You said you need to focus on what got you censored, right? Israel Hayom is what got me censored, I believe. I thought it was Charlie Kirk because it happened around the same time, but that's impossible. You know, other than the fact that I try to get you to focus on things that nobody else seems to be, or at least they weren't originally.
Germs, man. Here come everyone. Run.
The one thing that doesn't get said enough about Charlie Kirk is that Israel did it, but Israel created Kirk to do it. That's the thing that doesn't get said. People are saying Israel did it, and I guess Netanyahu's made like 6 separate videos denying that Israel did it. But it's literally everywhere. You know, it's literally, talking about Israel is not welcomed, but it's not. There are plenty of people talking about Israel. There are plenty of people talking about Epstein. Epstein is a huge thing. If you want a lot of views, then make Epstein videos. But I don't think you're gonna like the answer. I don't think you have that answer. You can try, but I don't think you have that answer. But the thing that got me censored, especially recently, since the Kirk shooting, and you can see it in the numbers. That's what's so crazy. If you just go look at my previous videos and you look at the day, I said Charlie Kirk is dead, blah, blah, blah. I made that video. That video has like 2.8, 2,800 views on it, almost 3,000. Ouch. But it's literally the next day that everything falls apart. And, part of it is the Kirk thing, is trying to get people, like from the beginning, I've been asking everybody, what the fuck was under his shirt? To me, it looks pretty obvious that's what's happening.
Looking for someone to lead us through the looking glass we're looking through. Point to your immune system. Tell me exactly what it is. Like how cars in Detroit both have pistons that actually exist. But the tragedy that we're hit with isn't person, place, or thing. It just happens to be a switch flipped, cursing how we think the...
You were censored just for what you say in your live stream or your interactions with people. Yeah, I think it's my interactions with people. Yeah, I can't even imagine, like, where you think this is going. Yep, it's people get mad. Those same people that I interact with negatively that come back here every single day.
I'm always dropping dimes. I'm not who
Yeah.
Rockefeller mentions when
It must be because of how I interact with people. That would somehow make it so all the random people that haven't been here before, because there's millions and millions of those, billions actually, they somehow knew how I reacted to the Jewish trolls that come through. Totally makes sense.
crazy ways. It's their variant that sucks. Let's throw that trash away.
It's such cop out kind of bullshit. It would be one thing if you could say, like, people are giving you all sorts of comments, and it's like, you used to see this with Madison Star Moon. I don't know if she's even still around. Madison Star Moon, what the fuck was her name? I can't remember what her name is off the top. What the fuck is Madison Star Moon?
Comparing us to animals. If we dare to be unmanageable.
Hey, what was Madison again? What was Madison Star Moon's real name again? Amanda Danielle. There you go. Thank you. I haven't seen her in a long time. But you know, she was a great example of an agent allowed to continue to grow. Her channel was allowed to get really big, and she would block anybody that challenged her. You know, I welcome the challenge. That's what's getting me in trouble, huh? And you're great because of your interaction with people. Yep, it's because of my interactions. So people that have never been to this feed somehow know that I've been mean to the people that identify as pedophiles and Jews. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And those same people are the ones that come back every day. Yep, that must be it. It must be that somehow people can know what is happening beforehand, and it's not literally what they're talking about. Like if you literally look at what's happening in the world right now, the Israelis just bought TikTok. Well, one of their guys, but bought TikTok. They've been talking about controlling social media and the discourse. I mean, literally forever. If you watch the Naftali Bennett video that's linked in the description, yeah, the first part is Naftali Bennett, at the time future prime minister, currently former prime minister of Israel, acknowledging that they control Wikipedia. And they do it because they want to, if somebody searches something like the Gaza flotilla, they want to be there. They want to influence how it's written, what is written, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature. But if you look at the following interview on that same video, it's a 2-minute video. If you look at the second interview with Miriam Schwab, she's saying they need to control social media. They need to control. This is back in 2010. But controlling the opposition is literally what they always talk about, right? Doesn't matter if they come back or not. That's not irrelevant. Yeah. No, it is. Right? That is what matters. The people that you're saying I interact with are the ones that come back every day. The random people who haven't ever seen this video before, they don't know who I interact with. They don't know how that works. They would have to come here to see it first. Your argument is foolish. It's foolish. And you're not even making arguments. Like how I'm making arguments to the contrary, that this is what Israel does, This is Team Jorge. This is act.il. But even much bigger than that. Like literally, you see it within the last few weeks. The extreme, you know, the intention to clamp down on people that are speaking against Israel, speaking against the Jews. But to say, you know, like to so yeah, shit, I'm on it. Like, look at this shit. Have you ever just scrolled through YouTube live streams? No, I don't do that. I don't watch other people. Sorry. But see, again, like how you're saying stuff, and I'm directly responding to and addressing what you're saying. Notice how you don't do the same thing. You've clearly been here for a long time. You're one of these people that keeps coming back. But it's the random people who have never experienced my feed before who somehow know how I interact with people. There are plenty of people who I interact with well. There's the Karens, there's the Matts, there are all sorts of people that are open-minded. He was here earlier. There's no negative interaction there. I give you the opportunity. You have more, like, why are you here? You've been here for so many days now, usually in a shit-talking capacity. What's your motivation? Can you explain why you're here trying to interfere and detract and screw with the feed of the guy who thinks we should kill pedos and overthrow the Jew control scheme? Can you can you give an answer for that, or are you just gonna avoid the response like always? Yeah, it's people just they don't even, they've never seen this feed before, but they know how I interact with people. That's what suddenly made the numbers just drop. All these random people somehow must be a bulletin going around. Hey, look out for this guy. He doesn't interact with people the right way. It's just stupidity. Doing a lot of house cleaning. Right. A lot is 2 words. Yeah, it's silly. This is literally, that would make more sense. That makes more sense. It makes more sense that people that have never seen this feed before know how I'm going to interact with people, and so they stay away. Yet the people that I interact with who come here every day, they're irrelevant. And the idea that Israel and the system is clamping down on people who speak out against Israel and the Jews, another point that's irrelevant. It's just all these random people happen to know what's going on my feed before they even get here. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, I hear every day's growing with you. You haven't answered that yet. You haven't answered that yet. Because the way you debate, cherry pick comments, argue with people that are on your fucking side, tell everybody they're a fucking idiot, and when you get some kind of proof, you ignore it. Yup. That's what it is. So again, you haven't answered as to why you're here. But what proof is being ignored? You're an idiot. I'll happily call you an idiot. But if I was wrong, or if what you said I do was true, it wouldn't just be the random clown profile that says those kinds of things. Joined 9 days ago with no subscribers. Yup, I'm so irrelevant, and it's so bad how I interact with people that I've probably blocked this person, this profile, several times, and yet they keep making fake profiles to come watch me because of how I interact with people. Totally makes sense. There is no proof provided. It's just that, like, like, again, you can see this person will write out this long diatribe. Oh, and you cherry pick comments and yada. So I'm literally reading the comments beforehand and then picking out which ones I want to use that point out how stupid you are. Yeah, that makes so much sense. I'm wondering if am I using the same power that the people who have never seen this before but know how am I using that same psychic power to pick and choose which comments I'm going to read? Like, come on. It's so fucking, it's so boring. It's so boring. And it's proof that they really don't have any argument. This person's gonna have this whole long bunch of, periods and everything in there, so it's more than one sentence about how I don't. It's my fault that you don't answer comments or provide because I ignore it. If you had some sort of proof, you would use it. You would say it. You wouldn't hide behind these, well, I provide it, but you're not going to look at it kind of bullshit. You'd prove it. You'd show it. You'd say, I mean, literally, I've read every comment you've made, but I'm ignoring comments and cherry picking them. That totally makes sense. What you're saying makes a lot more sense than the idea that somebody made a fake profile 9 days ago just so they could watch me because they got blocked on a different profile. Totally makes sense. And you have all this credibility. We should absolutely listen to what you said. I just learned that Palestine was never a country. Yeah, Palestine's never been a country. It's only in your stupid Bible. But, Ellie is a fucking moron. Like a flat out moron. And look at how I interact with this person. And yet this person continues to come back every day for hours at a time. I just asked you if you scroll through YouTube and you seem to me you don't understand how that function works. Yep, that's what it is. All of this instead of answering why you're here to begin with, why you put so much effort into me. But scrolling through YouTube, live YouTube, you stumble upon random lives. Yep, that's what it is. You stumble upon random lives. So that would mean there would be lots of people just stumbling across this, especially since they've never seen it before. So they can't cry about, how I interact because the YouTube algorithm would mean lots of people would just randomly stumble across this. Now, to say that you make fake profiles just so you can randomly stumble across my feed every single day for hours at a time, well, that doesn't quite fit the argument, does it? I put so much effort into you because I hate you with a passion. Ooh, what did I do to hurt you? That doesn't answer the question. What do you hate? I mean, obviously you're a pedophile, so you hate someone talking about pedophiles like I do. I get that. Obviously you're a dumb piece of shit friar because you're mad. You hate me because of how I talk about you dumb piece of shit friars. Can you imagine? I hate someone with a passion who talks about killing pedos and eliminating the Jew control. I don't have any interactions with this person other than the crybaby I put on his feed. Like, nothing you say makes sense. You hate me with a passion so much that you make fake profiles to watch me? To come here day after day for hours and hours and hours for months and months and years at a time? Because you hate me so much? Boy, that makes sense. When he's just talking the truth. Because they're guilty of the things that I talk about. Oh, fuck it, hey, let's go. See? He doesn't say, fuck you, I'm not a pedophile, you piece of shit. How dare you say something like that about me? Blah, blah. He doesn't say that shit. He just continues to prove the point. And avoid actually answering the question.
Such a disgusting
You know? Do any of you do that? Do any of you hate someone so much you literally live for them? You watch them day or night for hours at a time, making fake profile after fake profile? Do any of you hate someone that much? Come on, keep showing us how stupid you are, right? Oh, or if you can actually, if you're holding back that really good argument that you have, this is the time to use it. Because right now, you look like a typical Jew pedophile piece of shit who's being outsmarted, like you always are. I mean, again, if somebody can give me a better explanation than what I'm giving, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what a better explanation for this motivation is. I hate you so. I hate you with a passion. You know, and again, I'm asking the rest of the people that are going to see this. How does it make sense? Who is going to hate the guy that thinks we should kill pedos and overthrow the Jews? You think your average person on the street is going to be like, wait, what? You hate pedos? You think we should kill pedos and overthrow the Jews? Oh, I hate you. You're a terrible person. Who the fuck would say anything like that? Who would think that way? Only a pedophile, only a Jew. And it's just, you know, like I keep telling you guys, they're not going to come up with, you know, you're not going to find some official government document that validates what I'm saying like this. Well, Guy Williams is true, signed Donald J. Trump. You're not going to find that shit. You have to look at what they present to you. And considering they're the ones at the advantage, with the advantage here. Like, I'm the one that's shooting from the hip. I'm the one that's live. I'm the one that has to think on my feet. They can sit there and try to think of the best response possible, make sure it's spelled correctly. They have all the advantage here, and yet they still do nothing but make me look like a champion. How else do you describe it? Look, him's got his feelings hurt, so him's, you know, what? Did you just put your tail between your legs and run, or are you going to get approval? What do you need? Do you need a supervisor to tell you what to say? How's this working? You gonna try to tank the fucking comment section because it's working against you? And then imagine you don't ever just want to throw him a bone and see if he catches it. Yeah, there we go. That's the response. It's your fault for how you interact with people. This is the best they can come up with.
Knock, knock. Who's there? COVID sauce. COVID sauce. Ooh, COVID sauce is all over your everything, and now you and your family are going to die. Weird is weird. And
you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate those specific interactions. Right? Because again, you know, the receipts are hard to come by. They've done well, kind of, but they do a really good job in trying to obfuscate what's going on. And that kind of shit works on dumb people like Christy Moreno and shit like that, right? Let's see. Hit the wrong button. That wasn't my response. You ignored it or skipped my other one. Yep, that's what it is. Oh, I ignored it or skipped it. Yep, that's what it is. Fuck it, baby boy. Let's continue this dance. The next comment is, yes, I know. Imagine you did, right? There's no response. There's no fucking answering this. They just hide behind that bullshit now. Oh, you just skipped it. You ignored my comment. Right. Right. Because you said something really, really spectacular and I was just like, oh my God. Fucking idiots, man. This is what inbreeding does. This is why these inbred Jews are so determined to stop the conversation about what's going on, because they can't handle it. They can't send their people here to interrupt and distract and do anything other than, provide the example. That's literally all they ever do. Right? But this is, it has to be frustrating for them. It has to be one of these things where it's like, they're so used to their typical Jew tactics working that when it doesn't work, they're not prepared for anything else. They're not prepared to be able to make more than one argument. Like, they're hoping it goes the way that they want it to. And when it doesn't, they just fall apart. Yeah, but hey, how did you go? I found him randomly on Facebook Live years ago. I found him on YouTube like 8 months ago, strolling through lives. Yeah. So you just happened to randomly find me on Facebook and then randomly find me on YouTube. I totally believe that. I totally believe that. You're actually admitting that you've been stalking for years. For years. And again, how does that even begin to make you look good? You knew what you were getting into when you accidentally randomly found this feed. You'd think you'd be a little bit more prepared instead of making the feed for me, instead of saying all the dumb shit that I predict you're gonna say. I mean, it's just amazing. Like this again, this is that inbred stupidity. This person actually typed that out thinking, all right, this will be a good one. Yeah, I randomly found him on Facebook. And then I randomly found him on YouTube. And whenever I randomly find him, I decide I'm going to stalk him. I'm going to come to his feed every single day for hours at a time. I'm going to make fake profiles. And it's all because I hate him so much. Who fucking says that shit? Let me give you my response again. I've always agreed in your stance on pedos. I'm 90% with you on the Jews thing. You and Kenny on 9/11. Oh, are you? So then what is your motivation? You agree with what I'm saying, so then what's the motivation? What is it? What has you so upset? How did Guy Williams hurt you? Funny how you agree, but you never actually say you agree, just like you never deny being a pedo. But it's because you hate me with a passion. I hate you with a passion. Look how jealous the other trolls are of you right now. They're mad that you're at least getting a response, because they hate me so much too. But all of this keeps going. You keep doing everything but answering the simplest question. Okay? Because I wanted to try before we get into the Pokemon. Yeah, oh, that's it? That's what it is? So you're still just not going to answer the simple question. Why would you set alarms? Why would you obviously have nothing else going on in your life. It's so strange. Like even my supporters, they have other shit going on in their lives. They can't just sit here for hours every single day, same thing. And if they are here, like open-minded, hey, I've got you on, I'm just cleaning in the background. So they got other stuff going on. Yet you guys, only the random Team Jorge style trolls are the ones that have nothing else going on at any time of the day. You set your alarms on the weekend so you can get up and be here. Make sure you're here from the time I start to the time I end, because you hate me with a passion. And now you have all the other trolls, they're upset because at least you're getting attention. You're probably getting points. As far as act.il is concerned, you're getting points. The other ones aren't getting any points right now, so they're probably hating on you. You know how it is. They don't want to see others succeed. They want to succeed. Anybody watching this, notice how the person that's behind this random profile, that is the umpteenth profile they've made so they can watch me, refuses to answer one simple question. It's amazing. And it's amazing that they're this stupid. Like, how are we losing to these fucking people? These inbred fucking morons? How the fuck are we losing to them? How are they in charge? It's just shocking. Why are you talking to Ellie, Will? Oh, raise your hand if you're an American. The one thing we know is that if they're Jews, lying, especially lying to us Goyim, is like second nature to them. Why you would believe anything they have to say is, that's on you. I don't think the other comments care for you that much. There we go. Yet another comment that refuses to answer the question. You can clearly respond to what I'm saying, but you can't answer the simple question. And to me, again, everybody, like, this is the receipt. This is how you know it's Team Jorge. It's act.il. It's just some Jewish thing. One way or another, it's just some dumb Jewish person trying their best and failing miserably. Because this is all they're capable of. It's not a she, Will. It's a bot profile. The bot profile doesn't have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, isn't a boy, isn't a girl. It's a bot. That's literally all it, like, it's a distraction. It's supposed to try to get you to pay attention to it. And the more you give it attention, the more points it gets. The people behind the thing are more likely to get their prize. Oh, look, yet another comment, not answering the question. You know, I don't know how it's supposed to be anything but motivation. If I was wrong, they would say so. It would be that quick. It would be so easy to do.
As a POC, I'm PO'd when I see.
Instead, they do everything they can to avoid the truth, avoid the accountability, avoid all of it. Because it's all they can do. Just testing. Yeah. They're just stupid. Why bother?
We're dumb for being smart. Called a pussy or a fag. While some clowns still say retard like they're not.
I mean, even the fact that they
the child that they have is
like, you can tell it's a computer because it's basing its comments off of the structure of the name. When it's obvious that that's not my name, but that's what they do because, you know, different programs work on different ways. Like, it's funny how stupid they are, and yet they just can't figure it out. Oh, now you don't know what the question is. Oh, that's why you haven't been answering, because you don't know what the question is. The simple question of why you're here, why you put so much effort into me, because I hate you with a passion, doesn't answer that question. It's actually, like, to the opposite. You know, if you really hated me with a passion, you wouldn't put this much effort. You wouldn't give me so much of your life if you were a real person. But that's how this works, right? You're so stupid you don't realize that you're outing yourself. What I did. Zionists are so cruel. Yeah, yeah, no. But it's not Zionist. That's the thing you just have to understand. It's not Zionist. Zionism is the thing that we've been told we're allowed to talk about.
Our society full of clowns doesn't see it's one big circus. We're in the bathroom yelling, John who? If you don't see it's all on purpose. Confirming that you're worthless while claiming it's your culture. Your uneducated worthlessness has the reason that we falter.
I mean, it's strange because I really wish there was better opposition, but I also at the same time love when you think that there are people that are here desperately trying to get attention, trying to distract, trying to shit talk, whatever you want to say. And this is the best that they can come up with. If I'm wrong, why don't you guys have better shit to say? What I did though, what I did, but what I did, bro, what I did. It's amazing. Free Palestine, yeah, to a degree. Free Palestine isn't the right thing though. Free Palestine is a piece of it. Free Palestine is the thing they've told us we're allowed to say. But do you say Free Palestine to the Yemeni, to the Iranians, to the Lebanese, to the Qatari, to all the different groups that Israel is attacking right now? Does Free Palestine, does that work with our government? All the places named are all victims of Israel. Right? So it's a much bigger thing than free Palestine. And Israel not being real to begin with, Israel is just it's a concept. It's a construct. It's an idea. It's some invisible lines that we just agree exist. But it's not a thing. Israel doesn't have any sort of thought process or, nothing. It's all just.
But what I did, bro. What I did.
It's the invisible house that they live in, and that's the thing. It's not the Zionists. Zionism was given to you as the boogeyman. It was the thing that you were allowed to go against. You're not allowed to say, fuck that. It's the cult itself. It's the entire Jewish cult. I'll go. What's going on? It is a thing? No, it's not.
People always ask me.
If it was a thing, it would be definite. You would. It wouldn't be this ever expanding, whatever. I'm not even going to argue the semantics of it. We're not talking about Israel. We're talking about the Jews. We're talking about the cult that inhabits Israel and is the ones that are consistently destroying the world.
It's almost like they're bragging. TBG style. Woo.
We have to start being okay with calling out what the real enemy is, because until we do, we're going to sound like Algo. They're doing exactly as planned. You've been saying that for such a long time because, you saw a video or something that told you to focus on Albert Pike. Well, you should be able to adjust and roll with the punches. And I'm not at all concerned about what the past says. I'm concerned with what's happening right now. And nobody's bringing up Albert Pike. Who gives a shit? There are all sorts of narratives out there that foretell of different things. But you don't, you're only fixing or you're only picking and choosing what you want to focus on. I knew why you hit your ball that way. It's like strange. Yeah, okay. Like, to just be that desperate, that you're just so desperately trying to come up with anything other than what's being talked about. it just shows you there is no arguing. There is no arguing against what I'm saying. I'm speaking the truth. A universal truth. This is a universal truth. The only people that don't agree with this truth are the guilty people. The people who are committing the crime or who are being paid to ignore it.
They're constantly using our pride and our worth to hide how they're abusing their lively work. Since the truth is a movie. Truth is a movie. Their lives only work. Since the truth is a movie. Truth is a movie.
Like, look at how, like, you know, trying their best to, like, bring their fantasies into things. Oh, you're hitting the bull. Like, they're so obsessed with me that this is the best they can come up with, and they're letting out their secrets. Normal people don't think that way. But again, this is the price you pay when you're the one that's standing up for the Jewish children of the world. You know, I'm the ultimate voice for the Jewish children. Crazy how it's me of all people. You know, these dumb Jews aren't coming in here and calling out what's wrong and saying, you know, as a proud Jew, I really hate what we're associated with and it's time we make changes, and nothing like that. They never say anything like that. I mean, we did have the one come in here yesterday and pretend that he opposed Matitza Bouquet, but other than that, they're pretty staunch in their beliefs. And the crazy part is they can't even tell you, like, why. What proof do you have? I mean, you would think as the Jew you would have a lot more proof. You could at least say, well, you know, how else would 0.183% of the world control the world? And, you know, you could go with sort of that superficial, that manufactured element of things. But as far as like a reality goes, there's nothing that backs any of it up. This dude. Now look, he's begging for, please, somebody else tell me you think like I do. Some other Jew come in and say that's, you know, you think like it, you think about it like that, please. You know, it's just silly. It's like this is the best they can do. Again, you're talking about how I hit my pipe, not the how do we override this control scheme? How do we kill these pedos? How do we expose what's going on and make the world a better? You're not talking about that. You're just talking to your bullshit. It's just so silly how you do this. Oh look, the guy that hates me with a passion is back. The one that hates me with a passion so much he lives for me is back. Not one of these fuckers will answer the simple question as to why they're here. Do you guys want to know why they're here? You want to see the receipts? Let's talk about it. Biden doesn't have to be Jewish. Be a Zionist. Just like Hillary Clinton, they're both on the APEC list. So first and foremost, let's see if I can explain why the people are here, since they won't answer the question. Okay? You ask them flat out, what motivates you to obsess over me like you do? And they won't say anything, right? They're just going to say stupid shit. But let's see if I can answer it, right? Act.il, the completely locked up Wikipedia page. There you go, so you can see it's locked. Act.il was a social networking service used by supporters of Israel to oppose online anti-Israel content, quote, such as the BDS movement, boycott, divestments, and sanctions. Its activities were referred to as an online propaganda campaign, quote, and a, quote, virtual situation room of pro-Israel experts. Pay attention. This is the big. This is the smoking gun part. Act.il directed its users to, quote, missions, you know, like a government, like a military style thing. You'd be sent on a mission. Asked its users, or directed its users to missions to like, comment on, and share pro-Israel material on social media. It also asked users to flag, report, and respond to criticisms of Israel. Users were guided how to respond, which might entail writing a reply using the provided talking points. Doesn't that seem like it fits what's happening here? I am known by many names. Look at that. See, again, answering questions, just not the right question. Strange. Strange how that works. The app also provided users with ready-made memes promoting Israel's perspective for them to share. By completing missions, users earned points, unlocked badges, and had their scores displayed on leaderboards. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that it absolutely fits with whatever I'm talking about? And it seems to make the exact sense that, you know, that we're talking about here. How about this one? How about we look up something else, right? Let's look up Team Jorge. Team Jorge is the name given to an outfit of Israeli contractors specialized in the use of malign cyber activities, including hacking, sabotage, and bot farm run social media disinformation campaigns to manipulate the outcomes of elections. No, dude. This is just for manipulating elections. They can't come after you. You want my saw? We could take all those branches off in one fell swoop. Whatever you want to do, mate. Which means Charlie was killed by some Hayom with a gun. The group was exposed in February of 2023 after an award-winning undercover operation by journalists from Israel. Well, says Israel and France, but there's actually from France, Germany, Indonesia, Israel, Kenya, Spain, Tanzania, and the United States. The organization has been active since at least 2015 on paper. You know, the year before, the year of, you know, Trump, the first Trump presidency where he lost the election by 2.7 million votes. But then the swamp that he swore he was going to drain, that APAC swamp, put him in anyway and then blamed it on Russia. Remember? Yeah. Boasts of having manipulated 33. It's funny too, because like, thanks to Kirk, this 33 thing is really starting to catch on. People are starting to see it. Right? They're starting to ask, like, why is this number used so much? 33 presidential elections worldwide. Many of them in Africa. Don't worry, white people, you're safe. Many meaning 4 or more. And in 27 cases with successful results. 82% of the time that this one out of hundreds, if not thousands, of Israeli black ops organizations, 82% of the time they attempt to manipulate a presidential election, they have success. That totally makes sense, right? That makes sense. Their activities were revealed following a 2022 sting operation in Tel Aviv carried out by 3 undercover journalists who posed as prospective clients and filmed their interactions with Tal, T-A-L, Hanan, H-A-N-A-N, the group's leader and former Israeli Special Forces operative. in which he explained the inner workings of the organization. Tal Hanan used the pseudonym Jorge. He said that the group has existed for more than 2 decades. And has been engaged in propaganda and disinformation in more than 30 countries. Their services have been available to government intelligence agencies, political campaigns, and private companies that wish to covertly manipulate public opinion. And it's on fucking Wikipedia. It's so well known that it's on Wikipedia. It's not some conspiracy. They openly advertise to covertly manipulate public opinion through their technology. And this isn't a big deal. This isn't something that is being touted as, you know, world fucking defining, affecting. One of the organization's primary tools is a software package called Advanced Impact Media Solutions, or AIMS. Pay attention. The software automates centralized control of thousands of fake social media profiles on every platform you can imagine. And according to the articles, this is just a summary. According to the articles, it's not fair to even call them bots. It's more accurate to call them avatars, because they're so it's a technology that nobody's ever seen. It's such an advanced technology that Israel has that it's way better than any bot farm you can imagine. And they also claimed that they can create as many as 30,000 bots at any given time. 30,000. This is just one Israeli Black Ops organization. You can find all sorts of articles and interviews with Sucker Dick saying that he's proud of how Israel, really does how Facebook really does a great job of eliminating bot farms, going after and eliminating bot farms, because he doesn't want that on his shit. They got rid of 1,000 profiles out of China, 800 profiles out of the Philippines. You can't find a single article or a single interview with him talking about how they've eliminated fake bot profiles out of Israel. Isn't that coincidental? So the crybaby said, well, ask your question. The one that purposefully tried to engage in a disinformation interference campaign, failed miserably, exposed themselves, then said, well, ask your question, then refused to answer the question, is now trying to talk about something else. Who do you think that is? You think that's real people? Or does that sound like act.il using the provided talking points? Or as simple as Team Jorge? I mean, it's as obvious as it gets. And I don't know how else you can see it. Did you see Larry and David Ellison buy TikTok, Paramount, and Warner Brothers in one swoop? No, but I knew they bought TikTok. I didn't know they bought the other one. Yeah, what do you think is happening? Well, the reason my numbers have fallen is because of how I interact with people. It has nothing to do with that, with Ellison buying all of these parent companies. More and more Jews owning more and more of these parent companies that then, control all of the information and all of the media, the product that comes out of the rest of all the companies that are under the umbrella of the parent company. But it's just me. I'm making this up, right? This is big news everywhere. Lots of people are talking about it. And they're allowed to. They're allowed to advertise for the system. There's just one little difference here. And it's the thing I've been trying to tell Algo for years. It's the Jews. That's the thing that separates me from all the rest of the people that talk about similar things. They won't talk about the elephant in the room. People are waking up slowly but surely. They are. And that's, you know, you're seeing it. And I think they're freaking out. You know, that's why that's why they make so many fake profiles to try to, that's why they would put so much effort into someone like me, because I wake people up. Providing you, it's not just me sitting here and talking about the Illuminati and, you know, I provide you with the receipts. And it really just comes down to, and this is what I've always done, is I make the argument so that if you disagree with me, you're basically acknowledging you're a piece of shit. And that's the beauty of this. It's easy. You know, from an information standpoint, from a perspective standpoint, it's actually really easy. Now, all of the interference and all the technical shit that comes with it, that's a whole different story. Whew.
Simply put, my foot's in my mouth. I shout with doubt is all that comes out, standing stout against the draft. The path to corruption ends in disaster. The master baits the trap.
You know, the thing is, I've been pretty laser focused for the last 10 plus years or so. Yeah, 6 years plus. And even diehards like Algo who think everything is a conspiracy. Even Algo was like, hey, don't keep talking about just this thing. You should be talking about other things. And I just kept saying, no, it's this one thing. If anything else happens, I'm wrong and you're probably right. You know, but I just don't think that's going to be the way it works out. And now after all this time, you know, I'm right. I've been right. And it could only have worked out this one particular way for me to be right, but it's the way it worked out. Leah Bia! I've seen the restrictions you've dealt with. Totally on point this whole time. Yeah. Leah's somebody that's been here. Like, I can verify that Leah is a person. She's been here for a long time. You know, we've had our disagreements on things. But, you know, she even said she was skeptical for the longest time because it was just so, sort of like, it's so overwhelming that, you know, you want it to be all these other things. You don't want it to be just one centralized power source that is, you know, right in front of our faces telling us they're doing it. Probably really where Israel brought something. Oh yeah, obviously. That's what I was telling you guys. I told you guys about Team Jorge and act.il long before it was in print, long before you could find it and look it up. It's funny too, because it's not like I'm happy about being right. I sure wish it would have went a different way and I was just this crazy guy off on the sidelines. Just you wait. Just you wait. You know, like Trump supporters. Just wait. He's gonna start doing good stuff soon. Just wait. But not only have I been, you know, saying these things, these are controversial things.
I've got life in a bottle over here.
The receipts are all available. You can go look up as far as you want back. You're going to see the same shit. You're never going to see me saying we shouldn't talk about this or, you know. I've been trying to wake you guys up for such a long time. When do you realize like you're allowed to talk about these things? The weapon that's used against you, the forced silence, that's the only option the system has. You know, when the you're crazy doesn't work, then they have to silence you. The name calling and the gaslighting. You know, they definitely try that one. And that's you know, their only real argument is that you're crazy. You have some sort of disorder, you have some sort of schizophrenia, you need to take your meds, whatever it is. If you don't think that the Jews are the best and that we should all be, you know, good little goyim servants, well then there must be something wrong with you. You must have a mental disorder.
Damn it, he won't pay attention to me. We feed drugs to ourselves. Walgreens shelves sell you dream schemes on how to get healthy while still being lazy. Amazing. Chasing a faster you from a chair. Put electrodes where we elect those fares, not knowing the cost. Yet regret is spared until someone is lost. It drops our jaws when pause is impressed, stressing to get the next miracle out on the market. I saw a miracle.
Just the AI talking.
Tried suicide by sliding his
Yep.
Jeep onto the train tracks. To make sure the impact followed the map, he douses his Jeep in gas and gets
Yep,
strapped.
that's what it is. I'm just a bunch of AI.
He leaps from his cars, he falls to his knees, he prays as he bleeds, yet the train doesn't stop.
It really does come down to like, come on, let's just strip away everything. Let's Occam's razor this motherfucker, right? You live in delusion. Yep, I live in delusion. Like you love these. See what did I just tell you that this is what they would say? Didn't I just say that they would say these exact things? You live in delusion. You're crazy. You're schizophrenic. This mental illness is not only funny to them, it's the only thing they have. It's the only option they can bring because this person's not going to sit here and point out what's wrong. You know? You're not going to point out what's going on here. What part I'm delusional about, and now you'll say everything. You're wrong about everything. And then I say, so I'm wrong about killing pedophiles. I'm wrong about overthrowing the Jewish control scheme. What part's wrong? And then you don't answer. What's wrong with your mental state? There we go. See what I mean? That's all they have. It's literally all they can do. If they had a better argument, they would absolutely use it. Right? They would absolutely use it. But they don't. They can only hide behind you're crazy. And as Dave Chappelle said, crazy is dismissive. The worst thing you can do is call someone crazy. Ellie is a bot. Yeah, no shit. Do you really think there are real people out there that support Israel? That aren't Jews? Anybody? You know, just look at what's happening on my feed and multiply it times 1,000,000 and you get the bigger picture. But it's right here. A lot more now. It's like the Charlie Kirk thing. We broke it open. Kinda. I mean, it's definitely waking people up to the idea that our government lies to us, but we've already known that. And people are saying Israel did, but there's this narrative that Charlie was turning against Israel, and he wasn't. Or he was saying things, but he was reading the script he was supposed to read. And it makes sense as to why Israel didn't turn against Charlie like they normally would as soon as somebody turned on them. Because then it would have made the assassination, the killing, the murder more obvious. Right? Like it's a double-edged sword. It's one of those things where like you have to look at it for what it is. And did you see any Israeli news source, Netanyahu was one of the first people to give his condolences for Charlie Kirk before regular people knew what happened. Netanyahu did somehow. Netanyahu, with everything he has going on in his own country or his own, genocidal campaign, everything he's got going on, Charlie Kirk's narrative was fucking top, right? I never understood why you were so gung-ho about all this stuff until all this recent exposure. And yep, exactly what you're saying. It's strange, right? Like, because it kind of bothers me to hear that. Like, Leah, I said earlier, none of you guys are friends. I actually consider Leah a friend. So to know that that's how you felt for such a long time and just didn't bring it up, you should have been asking the questions. And maybe it does come down to you seeing it for yourself. And that's what I've always sort of thought was like, I would put this out there and eventually as people figured it out, they would find their way back here and be like, holy shit, that guy was the guy talking about this the whole time. I just didn't understand the Gaza, Palestine, Israel stuff. Yeah, I mean, why would you? Unless you're willing to be ostracized and attacked. And for somebody like you especially, you saw what happened to someone like me. And that's going to be an immediate deterrence. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. Nobody wants to deal with phone calls and interference and, all that other bullshit that comes my way. The police being called. They called the police to my house 3-4 weeks ago. They were getting their shit kicked in so bad that they called the police, that hopefully the police were going to come do something, which not sure what they thought the police would do. But I'm so important that they're willing to waste government resources on that shit. I definitely believe the Jew stuff, but now it makes sense. Yeah, you were shut down so many years ago. Just wow. Right? But the thing is, the Israel-Palestine stuff is, we're allowed to talk about that. There are plenty of people out there, even the big news stations and shit that are talking about that stuff. Of course, it's always Jews at the helm. Isn't it interesting how Jimmy Kimmel was brought back to TV, but Colbert wasn't? I remember the police coming to your front steps years ago, too. Of course. They used to do it all the time. And the things they used to do were they would send over, they would order a bunch of food and then have the company that made that product, the delivery driver is not only, stuck wasting their gas coming to my house, they're also missing out on a real delivery where they could get tips. Or the cab driver that you send here is now missing out on a real fare and all the gas money it takes to get here, or the ambulances, or the fire trucks that they would send here. That's some pretty desperate shit. But this is what they do, because they can't fucking do anything else. It wasn't last week, you dumbass. This only happens when you're right. When you are right and your opposition is desperate. I can't say it enough. They're not sitting on this world breaker argument that they could bring. You know, they just haven't worked their way up to saying it yet, or they're waiting for the right time to say it or whatever. If they had better arguments, they would use them. They would make them. It is just, I mean, it's weird, but it's not. You know, they have to do something. They have to say something. And this is the best they can do. And you have to think, too, it's a bunch of bots, right? It's literally a bunch of computers that are being outsmarted by some dumbass goyim. That's why the system shuts down all the time. That's why they block the comment section from my view. You know, that's why the shit happens the way it does, because I'm not supposed to be able to outsmart the system. And not only am I do it all the time. It's really amazing. It just is. It's extremely validating. It might be frustrating for sure because of the interference and the knowledge, right? Knowing that you would be big shit, your family would live a great life, you would, you know, you'd be selling lots of albums and all this other shit if you were allowed to have the same platform as normal people are. Like, that part sucks, for sure. But it's the price. It ends up being that I'm against the entire network, the entire system. And there's not a element of the system that's going to escape the wrath when it comes their way. But this is how it works, unfortunately. If you can show me the person that's like me, that's actually saying all the same things I'm saying to the level that I'm saying them, and has allowed success, like, you could say it's Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a Christian. At the end of the day, he's going to tell you to believe in God. So you can't put him in the same category.
They said too, would stereotypes rewrite themselves if we'd admit the truth? Would racism exist if there was the myth all black guys have big dicks? If size didn't matter, would racism shatter and the pattern no longer exist?
Just look at what it is, man. Look at what you're being shown.
Whoever, but it's the guys with small dicks that are causing the sever, keeping endeavors from coming together. If you never say never, you better be clever. With racism fed, you're quite shamefully saying whenever you're getting head, her brain's always amazing. But it's easy to say things like that when you're tiny. Anyone can be Swayze when the roadhouse is whiny. Do you find you keep finding girls blowing like...
Look at the comment section. How weird is that? Have you ever seen anything like it? How many videos do you come across that have 5 likes and 6 viewers? You ever see shit like that? It's wild, man. Well, these profiles that you know, that come in here trying to get the attention, but it backfires. They end up looking really stupid. You know? Weird as hell, right? It's not something you see anywhere else. And, you know, to me, when you see things that you don't see everywhere else, when you see things that break the mold, that's the shit you're supposed to pay attention to. Like, that's the shit that's always so interesting to me. The crazy part is all it takes is one. It's just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. It is. It's weird, isn't it? Where is the addressing of what's being said? Where's the opposition? Why would this make sense? Why would it make sense? Like, Leah, you're a supporter. We're friends. We've talked outside of social media, outside of the videos and shit. You don't fucking live for my shit. There's plenty of times where you don't come to the live feed. You've got other life going on, you know, like normal people do. You catch the feeds when you can and you contribute when you can. But you don't obsess over me, and you think I'm right. Instead, we have a whole bunch. Oh, now it's 0. Now I'm back down to 0 viewers. It's literally showing you 0 viewers while 4 or 5 people comment. Does that make sense to you? Is this shit you've seen before?
Like that fly on Hillary's face.
Make it all make sense. I think I'm making it make sense. But if you think there's another way it makes sense, by all means, let's hear it.
Underneath the light side, can't help but laugh. It's a blunder built pipe. No wonder the right and left are so different.
Why would it be this way? The one guy says, I'm here because I hate you with a passion. I agree with almost everything you say, but I hate you with a passion. So I make fake profiles and I beg for your attention every single day. How many times can any of you, Leah, any real people, say that somebody blocked you, so you made a fake profile so you could watch them? Have you ever heard of something so fucking ridiculous, other than from like weirdo stalker guys who, you know, can't hear no?
From Jesus to Muhammad, I fault you for your nonsense, then talk as though it's honest.
I mean, it's just so weird. And it, you know, for me, it's all about making it make sense. Whatever we need to do to try to get an understanding of what's going on. And whether it fits the narrative you believe exists or not doesn't matter. Make it make sense. So you might not think that, you know, the social media service that they give us for free that allows us to communicate with each other and all that. You might want to think that that's not interfered with. But what makes sense? I've never done that or had someone do that to me or known somebody that's done that or anything like that. It's so fucking telling. Like, if somebody did say that, you would automatically assume that the person that they're watching is extremely important to them. That person is so important to you that you made a fake profile. It's amazing.
And he doesn't fit the bill, the profile picture. Not quite like Danny will once DNA blisters.
It's amazing. It's something that, like, when starting this all these years ago, I would have never assumed it would be this way. Looking at all the other viewers, all the other pages that I can see, it's not like that. Even like People like Long Island Audit and, whatever. They might have detractors, but the detractors at least talk about what's in the video. Whether it's true or not, they still talk about it. They don't try to hide from everything. Good morning. Like, it's wild. Trolling is an art form you'll never understand. Yeah, thankfully. Thankfully. I'll never understand what it's like to be that much of a loser. To be so lonely and desperate in your life that you don't have any interaction, so you have to create it. But you're not intelligent enough to create positive interaction. So you then go look for truther feeds where they say we should kill pedos and overthrow the Jews, and you try your best to interfere with that. Like, I'll never understand that. If somebody is out there, trying to expose or kill or whatever pedophiles, they're going to get my support. They could be racist John and only goes after black guys who are, like little boys. And, I might not agree with their homophobia. I might not agree with their racism. But at least they're going after pedos. They'd get my support. I'll never understand why anybody would waste so much life on me. Because they hate me so much. I hate you with a passion. That was literally that dumbass's attempt to answer things. Like, they thought they were being smart when they said, oh, I'm here because I hate you with a passion. But then when asked a further follow-up question, they fell apart. You would think they'd be able to go past one or two fucking responses, but they just can't. Being lonely and desperate is what I thrive on. Well, yeah. I mean, the fact that you're lonely and desperate should contribute to the idea that since you're a pedo, you should kill yourself. You have nothing. Why are you here other than to harm children? And like I always say, I'd much rather you be here making me look good than trolling the internet for kids. Because I know that's what you do when you're not here. And it's if I can provide that service, I will. You make a Monty Python joke, reverse image. Oh yeah, reverse image is that dumbass. My bad. Look at how crazy you are. Look at how desperate you are. Yeah, this will be one of those ones that I'll use for a long time because I appreciate the example. I always point out how they avoid the actual interaction because it makes them look stupid. And yet you actually had one that attempted to today. Attempted to try to hijack and be like, oh, the reason that your numbers are down isn't because you're censored. It's because they literally, they outed themselves. Because people know how you interact with people. And the obvious response is, how do people, before they come here, all the random people, know that I'm not going to react the right way? And then dumbass literally says, oh, you don't understand how it works, the algorithm. Your live feed just appears to random people, so they click on it. Well, again, if that was the case, then why wouldn't they be here? If there wasn't censorship, they don't know who I am. If they've never seen me before, they have no idea. But that's what I mean. You just let them talk. Like, there's no point in blocking them. They just make a new profile. But if you let them talk, if you just walk them into the fucking wall, they're so asleep they're going to do it. They're so stupid they don't realize that they out themselves. That's why, as their God, I allow them to be here. You know, if I didn't want them to be here, they wouldn't be here. I meant subscribe more to the blah, 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 people. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. You got outed. Your bullshit argument got outed for what it is. The stupidity that is behind it. And there's nothing you can do to reverse that. I tell you, I get my attention when I deem you. Oh, yeah. You could say whatever you want. Everything you say makes me look good. More like all the things you don't say makes me look even better. It's interesting, man. It's an interesting battle we're in here. Well, I mean, no, I had my address posted, but the people that continue to threaten with, yeah, that's Jewish bullshit. Yeah, everything that's any sort of interference on here is Jewish bullshit. Yeah. How else would it make sense? And the fact that you always say that shit, but you'll never show up. You're a fucking cowardly Jew. It's so obvious what's working here. You know, how this is working, how stupid these people are. Again, I could have blocked this guy a long time ago. Sure, he would have made another profile. But why? Look at what they say. Look at how they out themselves. Look at how you know, how stupid they are. I can't stress that enough. It's embarrassing to a degree. I wish I had better opposition, but look at how stupid they are. They out themselves. It does say one watcher, but like 5 people in the chat. Right, because that makes sense, doesn't it? You need me. Oh, do I? Do I need you? Oh, well, since you put it that way. That's how much I need you. I mean, I appreciate all the things that are said, you know. I appreciate the insistence on proving me correct. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Squeal like a pig. Now we have 0 watchers because it takes a minute for the algorithm to catch up.
I've always questioned, where did crack come from? It's always mentioned like it fell from a bum-bum. Like some average dum-dum deep in the slum has us all muncing, then Woody can jump. The hood is a dump, but let's just pretend Donald's no chump and the killer's our friend. The Flint situation,
there's all the links in the description. As always, go check those out. Make sure you go watch Hollywoodism. You go check out the Israel Hayom article. That is so important. Get your free download, www.the-bilderberg.group.com. Get your free download. It'll ask you how much you want to pay. Click 0. And, you can. You're giving your pug a bath. You're crazy, Leo. You're crazy. You and your pug. Pug people are such strange people. You're not my first pug person. You are some strange people. You have to be strange to think those little dogs are cute. Those little dogs are not cute. Anyway, go get your free download. Go watch Hollywoodism, the most important film ever made. Go read the Israel Hayom article, the most important article ever written. And understand that the Israel Hayom article is going to be difficult because it's going to keep... How are you doing, guy? How's your wrist? I have bad wrist. I have your pain. Oh, how I'm doing doesn't matter. My feed isn't about me. As much as these guys try to make it about me, I just played Popular. Literally, that was the song before this one. Literally, the song before this. This should be my intro.
I'm so popular. I'm a winner. I'm the one you always talk about. Me. I'm so popular. I'm a winner. I'm the one you always talk about.
Anyway, the Israel Hayom article will kick you out over and over again because they don't want you reading it. But it's literally the most important article ever written. And I believe it's the thing that's gotten me censored like I am now. Pugs are people. Looking at the page, you think that way. But the bottom of darkness, Israel Hayom article,
I'm so popular.
is what we're being distracted from.
I'm the one you always talk about.
If you understand what they do to their own children, then what they do to us is unlimited. There's no limit to what they'll do to us if they can ritualistically sexually abuse their own children.
I'm so popular.
And you're going to find other receipts, the link to the Naphtali Bennett video, the link to the Team Jorge page, the act.il page. There's a bunch of links to our videos. Go check it all out. Go make sure you like, share, and sub the Facebook page. Make sure you like, share, and sub here. I think we got up to 15 people today. So funny. 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, if we were at 15 people, we would have reset. Now that's the limit. Now that's as high as we're allowed to get. Go check it all out, man. I'm trying. I'm putting forth the effort that I can. And I know, I'm not even I'm not scared of AI. A lot of you are scared of AI. I know that if AI were to go back through all of my output, it's going to see me as one of the good ones. And I don't know if you can say that. Can you say that, or are you scared of AI because you know that you'll be one of the ones that are rounded up? You supported the worst of the worst. You were some dumb Christian or some dumb Muslim or some dumb horrible Jewish person. Squeal like a pig. But go check that shit out. Make sure you like, share, and sub. Have yourself a great day. And the most important thing I ever say in any of my videos, more than anything else, please, pedophiles, kill yourself.
Dumb deep in the slum has us all Munson and Woody.